Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Betsy McDaniel in for Sandy Benson today, and our friend Chris Hervochon from SOAR, A Better Way to CPA, is back with us. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Always nice to see you.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah. So remind us, we always have to start with remind us what outsourced accounting is.
Sure. So outsourced accounting kind of covers a range of services. On the low end would be bookkeeping all the way up to outsourced virtual CFO type work. And so with bookkeeping, we start with data entry, reconciliation, stuff like that. Move into accounting, which is transaction classification, financial statements, things of that nature. And then your virtual CFO is going to cover like your dashboarding, which we've talked about before.
Right.
Cash flow forecasting in general, cash management, stuff like that.
Okay. And what do you see as the biggest benefits of using a service like yours?
Time, money, and freedom.
Okay.
That's simple.
That is simple, but expand on it a little bit for us.
Right.
Yeah.
So freedom is a function of the first two, time and money, right?
Sure.
So time that's easy. That's outsourcing means that you don't have to do it anymore. So
right.
all that transactional type work that you get buried in that maybe isn't your area of expertise, outsource that so you don't have to deal with it anymore. Somebody like me can deal with it.
Yes.
And that creates time for you, so you can work on your business as opposed to in your business. The accounting stuff is working in your or on your business.
So you're really helping people work smarter.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then the money part, I mean, that's better financial data, better decision making, more money.
Yes.
You can grow. Plus, it's cheaper to outsource your accounting than it is to insource it, even if it's just a bookkeeper.
All right. Well, so we wanted to mention that there was an article in Entrepreneur Magazine recently that startups would maybe benefit more from insourcing their accounting as opposed to outsourcing. My guess is you don't agree with that.
I do not.
Okay, so tell us why.
Right. And so I wrote a blog post on my website, betterwaycpa.com, a couple weeks back that kind of walks through that. But essentially what my thought is that if you're a startup, you've obviously got a passion for your business.
Yes.
Unless you're in accounting like me, then it's probably not accounting, right?
Right,
That's not what you specialize in. That's not what your background's in.
Yeah.
That's not what you should be focusing on. You should be focusing on the stuff that you wanted to be in business for. And so if you don't have the expertise, you're probably not going to get what you can out of an efficient accounting process, the information that we talked about. And so really that's the kind of thing that you need to be outsourcing. All the stuff in your business that is not an area of expertise for you, that's specific to what your business does, that should be outsourced.
Okay. And I would imagine that it may be a more economical way for a startup to deal with their accounting is to outsource it as opposed to hiring somebody on their payroll full-time to be doing it in-home.
Right, for sure. I mean, you hire somebody full-time, then you've got benefits and all the stuff that goes with that, recruiting, and we know how tight the labor market is, right? And so, yeah, I mean, that creates its own issues. But yeah, for sure, insourcing is not the most efficient way for you to spend your time. It's also not the cheapest way for you to spend your time. There is a cost, so a lot of entrepreneurs can't get past that.
Right.
They want to do everything themselves, and then before you know it, they're doing 10,000 other things that don't have anything to do with their business or why they got into business in the first place. Yep.
Well, and you see a lot of the shows now that are, look at businesses and startups and how that they need help.
Exactly.
And one of I think one of the main things is they don't know their numbers, they don't know their margins, they don't know what's coming in and what's going out, and so and they're trying to do it themselves. So, and it's not working.
Right.
So obviously, if you have that expertise, you can guide them right from the very beginning.
Right. And so if you've ever watched The Profit.
All the time.
Yeah, I know. It's a great show, right?
It's a great show.
Yes. So if you've ever watched that, it's like the first thing, it's in the first 10 minutes of every show. Like, do you know your numbers? Why don't you know your numbers? You need to know your numbers.
And they never do.
And they never do.
It's
and
shocking.
Ironically, those are all businesses, generally speaking, that are struggling when he gets there.
Yes.
Don't know your numbers, you're going to struggle.
You're going to struggle. And so you will know their numbers.
That's exactly right.
So hopefully they won't be struggling.
And so, yeah. And then we put the numbers on a dashboard, and so you know your numbers too.
Yeah. Yep. And so how do people get to you?
Pretty easily.
Yes.
Chris at betterwaycpa.com. That's my email address. Betterwaycpa.com is the website. I'm on Facebook, SOAR CPA, Twitter, Chris Hervochon. I'm on Quora. I'm everywhere.
Yeah,
so
he's
LinkedIn,
everywhere. You can find him.
Yeah, you can find me if you're looking for me.
But you mentioned too that you have a blog on your website.
I do.
So I find that really interesting. So that's the first time I've heard you say that, I think. So yeah, make sure you're checking that out because he might have some little tidbits there too.
Absolutely. Blog posts are every other Monday.
Okay.
I do a YouTube live every Thursday, and
I mean, you really
Facebook
are
pretty
everywhere. So,
consistently.
all right,
I
so
am everywhere.
he's got great information. So make sure you're checking out SOAR, A Better Way to CPA, and we'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.